Okay, what we're doing in this video is we're going to abstract out um, our code component we made here in the root wrapper, and we're just going to abstract it out into its own component. Excuse me, so I'm getting a bit of a cold at the moment. So what do we have to go into our component? For the highlight component, we're going to need the default props, the code, and the language. So I just taking a drink of water. What else do we need on top of that? We need our class name. Get this is just for passing the language in, and the rest of the parts for the code. We're getting out the props here, and the same for the language, but with a helper function up here. So let's get this out of here and put it into its own component. So I'm thinking in our components, all of these things in root wrapper, they're going to be like page elements. So we'll just contain them in their own folder. Should that be camel case? Don't know. And then in here, excuse me again, code, and then this is going to be a React, so we're going to import React, and it's going to be code, I'm going to call it, and it's going to be a functional component from React, and that's going to return let's get it's a bit smaller, root wrapper over here, and then we're going to need theme. It's these two lines here. And just cut those and put them in here, and then we're going to need. I think we can pass these down from here to our components. So really, let's get done. Need this from here, go down to here. Go now, hit save. Okay. And then what else are we going to pass in? So from here, basically we need to know if we're if the props are there's a prop type called MDX type, and then from there we want to know if what is coming into here is code for MDX. If so, then we're going to want to get our code component to render what is coming in, and say import a code component from top level, so it's going to be components, page elements, code, and then code. Cool. And then in here we're going to return the code. Excuse me. And this needs the code string. We're going to call it code string. There's going to be the props. We're good because we're going to need to structure out the children. What we're going to do here is going to say children from props, also destructuring, and then in here we're going to say props Oh, actually, before we even get to that, I want to do if the props .mdx typer. It's code. Then I want to return. Excuse me. The language. Language is going to be props class name. If there's a props class name, it's props. Geez, Scott, type do you even? Props class name. And we're going to replace. The reason why I sort of pause is because I just wait for the IntelliSense to kick in. Props class name. It just helps me validate my own code and sort of spelling at the same time. And we're going to want to replace that with an empty string. Okay. And then we're also going to want to pass in props. Spread them in. Sorry, not. Yeah, in the component. See what that looks like. Prop is not defined. Oh yeah, because prop. Where was that? 1623. Oh yeah, because I didn't finish coding this bit. Children dot trim. Okay. Did it save? No, I still can't type props. Okay, cool. So now we've got some issues with our code component. Props is not defined, mesh is not defined. Oh, right, okay, because these should be taken in the should be now just taking in the props rather than me trying to structure out all of the elements here. So this becomes code string. Oh, obviously structure limit here as well. The code string, language, and the props. Spreading the props in. Okay. So this now becomes code string. And this becomes language. And the theme is theme. Save on this. How are we looking now? Cool. So we're looking good now for this. Right. So now I've abstracted this out into its own component. I think we can start looking at adding in some style components, just to take care of things like we can add in some line numbers now for this, and then some other formatting just so we've got a nice gap around the edges here, tidy up the code block, and then I think in the next video what we'll take a look at is actually adding in a nice copy code button here. Got a nice bit of code from the actual Gatsby site itself we can reuse. So what we'll do is in the next video we'll add in some line numbers for this, and also the copy code button here as well. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.